So last time on Dragon Ball Z, you guys found your way to a park that has the Whispering Stones, where a portal was activated, and you fought mechanical minions of the plane of Mechanus. And Cinderwing, having been detained in a tiny little angry Pokeball, has been dragged through said portal. The party staring at a void as the portal remains open.
Okay, nice knowing you.
Its expanse being a field of stars. Unclear of where it's going. Cinderwing, for your view, you see the park give way to a brilliant flash of light, almost blinding and dazzling you as you go through the portal. And as you blink away the stars, you're in a darkened space, lit only by the light of the detention orb, this ethereal blue glow. As you see the drone drag itself into the space, the portal behind flickering rapidly through a variety of scenes, through an expansive dark forest, through a cavern filled with glowing mushrooms, a space made of pink and red crystals, the void itself of a field of stars, before finally settling on one singular bright orange plane of fire. As you watch, hovering safely above it, you see this drone, the one that dragged you through the portal, tinkering around aimlessly for a moment before coming close to the portal and touching it with a single tentative hand. As the portal flickers and lava erupts out of it onto the drone. The portal flickering again, now showing an expanse of nothing but stars, but the drone has already been encased. And the orb falters and disappears, and you are dropped unceremoniously to the ground. As you look around, you are in a large, expansive stone room. But it's quite dark. You can make out the shape of the room, but not anything in it without source of light.
I have
The portal
dark vision.
itself is a... Oh, do you have dark vision? Okay.
Yeah.
It is a large stone chamber. All of the stonework is roughly hewn. It's not natural. As you glance around your immediate surroundings, it's sparse and dusty. There appear to be some carvings on the wall. They're hard to make out, even with the dark vision. And you see that there is a open end of this room that curves to the left and out of sight.
Where the fuck am I? And she's gonna cast light on her on one of her blades. Just gonna light up the room a bit more.
As you cast light and the glow of almost soft moonlight comes off of your blade, and you look around, you are in, as I said, a roughly hewn stone chamber with an open door at one end of the portal. On the walls are many murals. Some are so worn as to be incomprehensible, but some appear to be familiar. They appear to be telling a story. You may make a history check, would like.
Yes, please. I will give myself guidance.
With a 7,
The gold.
the story feels familiar, but you can't place exactly what it is. It's like something you've heard before, or seen before, but can't place where. It seems to depict an elven female forging something.
I recognize this, but place it. Is the portal still open?
The portal is open. As you're looking at it, it is a field of stars.
And the other way is an open door.
The other way is an open door. It appears to go left and out of the room.
Look to she's gonna say summon Farbakan.
As you try to summon Farbakan, he does not appear.
Okay. Spinnerwing is going to head towards the door. Right. Might as well have a look around.
The rest of the party, in the part where the Whispering Stones are, the singular portal remaining open, the sword in the center pedestal that you turned and then electrocuted is still kind of arcing here and there. You see Farbakan is wandering around, sniffing.
Was the portal, like the image in the portal, is it constantly changing?
Every time the sword arcs, it appears to flicker and change, but it always ends up back as the field of stars.
Do we remember what it looked like when Cinderwing was pulled in?
With a wisdom check, maybe.
Ugh.
That'd be a no.
I'll join
A
in
lot
on
of
that.
sevens.
Oh, I definitely not.
Yes!
Oh, you are so fucked.
You know what? I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it too, just for the lulz.
Oh!
Yeah.
Whoa! Hold on.
Gareth Wise.
Gareth, you remember the portal was dark, but it illuminated in the first few feet. The like rough stone floor of the chamber. You might be able
Okay.
to recognize it.
So, as the portal is cycling through all these images, I might be able to recognize the one that was
Possibly.
there when. Okay. Possibly. I am Gareth after all.
Yes. You are
Um,
Gareth.
I am so smart.
I is smart.
Yeah,
You did better than
so.
us.
Yeah, Gareth will kind of. He was running towards the portal when Cinder Wing got pulled in, so he'll keep staring at the portal. But I don't think Gareth will know how to react. He just sees all the pretty images, and it's like, oh, that one looks familiar. That one looks familiar again.
How long in between the cycles?
That thing arcs every like 10 seconds or so. The portal will flicker for a few seconds each time.
So I don't know if we should try to find a way to stop it from cycling. Seems to be linked to the arcs. Is there any way we can get it to stop arcing?
Arc it
I'm
again?
asking the group. Yeah.
Yeah, Clemens, is there a way we can get to stop arcing? Mr. I'm going to take the sword and...
Just do what you did before.
Hmm. I don't know. I'm just gonna try to grab it, I guess.
Okay. Oh, CS, I want you to think of a dice roll for damage here. While Clemens, I need a Constitution saving throw.
It's gonna be a variety of D12s, as most lightning damage tends to be.
Okay, you're gonna take take half of whatever CS rolls.
Let's see if I can remember.
He rolls...
See if I go through this.
He rolls 36.
You're gonna take 15 points of damage as you grab it and are electrified for a second before you can release it.
For context, that was an 8, 10, and a 12.
Cool.
Yeah, pretty close.
Assuming it's still arcing after I do that.
Oh yeah. Yeah, touching it doesn't stop it.
I wonder if
Give
it'll
me-
happen again.
Give me an intelligence check, Clemens, at disadvantage for being arced.
That was ridiculous.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Jeez.
All right.
Wow.
What was the other
Oh my
die? A
God.
19. Jesus.
Made up for those sevens.
Yeah.
He suddenly became a wizard.
Yeah. It shocked some sense into him.
Electroshock therapy works briefly. So with an 18,
Marcocinius.
as you're being electrocuted for a second, that very standard, like, I'm being electrocuted, I can't let go. You're kind of like body jerks as the muscles spasm, and you see one of the rings that had moved locked in place with a rune highlighted, but it doesn't appear to be highlighted and in sync with the other rings.
Hey guys, that ring's not right. We need to move it. As I'm assuming my hair is smoking.
Check chat.
So
You kinda
Garrett
have
will
like a
hear that
twitch.
and will be ready to move something.
what are you talking about?
Nice.
Clemens took the world's greatest pre-workout.
I feel awake
If-
after that. That's all I'm gonna say.
If Renato like sits down and tries to concentrate again on the sword, could he attempt to slow down the fluctuations so that way the party can do its thing?
Essentially try to control lighting. Certainly try, I guess. Give me a Arcana check. With a 20. Look at you shoot.
You know, while I still have like 4 arrows still stuck in me.
That's minor things.
Knowing the spell Guiding Bolt, just not quite lightning, but you know, close enough for what we're doing. You try to just, as it arcs, to redirect that energy somewhere else and try to either sustain it long enough to slow down the cycle or try to cut it out immediately. Either or. You slow the cycle by a few seconds. But just to be clear, the only thing that's arcing is the pedestal. The rings itself are not arcing.
So by controlling it, I at least got a few seconds for the party to move the rings then.
Yeah, more or less.
Alright, I guess
While
on
he's
the
doing
next...
that, I'm gonna
Go ahead.
kindly ask her to help me move this ring into place. Their He-Man strength.
Yep, Gareth will help at the direction of Clemens.
Give me strength checks at advantage.
At advantage, you said?
Just Gareth, because you're helping. Yeah, so with the 20, you begin to rotate it, and you find that you can't, like, it's just slightly out of place in the ring. You're trying to rotate it, like, back and right, and it will not go that way. It only will rotate the one way, so you just start rotating it. And as you do that, you see that there is another symbol that is still glowing, but it is as it comes up from the ground. They're on opposite sides, and you lock it in to the ring, and you see 2 runes, a light around the pedestal. And we'll come back to that. Hold that thought. Cinderwing.
Yep.
You round the corner cautiously, I assume.
Yeah.
And step into a large chamber. It is vast yet suffocating. The walls press inward like the ribs of some ancient beast long turned to stone. The ceiling is lost in shadows, further than you can see with your dark vision, further than your light will reach. And the air is thick with stillness. Not the quiet peace, but silence of something unfinished. Something waiting. At the heart of it all, in the center of the chamber, a monolith An altar of dark, jagged stone with veins of silver threading through it like frozen lightning. This is not a place of reverence, but of defiance. And hovering just above it is a humanoid figure made of brass and wood and stone. It is hung mere inches above the altar. Many threads attached to it and weaved outwards towards the stone like a marionette doll held in mid-performance. Its hands by its side, but splayed outwards towards you as if an angel descending from the heavens. Its face is featureless, smooth, and yet human. Runes are spiraling across its form, delicate and intricate. None glowing, long faded. It is both the most beautiful and the most haunting thing you have ever seen. And at the base of the altar is a single glowing rune. As you step into the chamber, 2 more runes alight.
Centerwing just kinda takes in the room for a few moments. Just gonna cast Detect Magic.
As you cast Detect Magic, you feel that same familiar feeling that you had felt when doing this at the Whispering Stones. This is a confluence of magic. The terminus of many ley lines come to one, and they're all pointed at this altar. The vessel itself is magic. The humanoid figure suspended above the altar, but it is dormant, faint.
Just gonna cautiously put cautiously approach the altar and the figure, curious to see it up close.
As you come closer to it, you see that it is, again, made of polished stone, wood, metal, but it is seamless. Its face is empty and formless, and yet unbearably. And you have the sense that it is almost. And as you step around the altar on the backside, you see a skeleton collapsed with what looks to be the remnants of a book that has long turned into dust. The party dealing with the Whispering Stone. So you've locked in one. What next?
Keep going with my concentration and try to hold the arcing as much as I could.
Okay. You continue to extend the cycle by a few seconds. Lemons, Elias, Gareth, what are we doing?
I keep moving the giant stone ring.
Well, didn't we
thing
already get
and-
it lined up?
You've locked
Still
in
got-
one ring. There's another ring.
Still got the other one.
Ah, yes. I guess we're gonna go to the other ring and get that one locked in.
Okay. Gareth follows.
So you begin to spin the other
assume-
ring, and you see that there are indeed two glowing runes on it that were beneath the ground as you rotate it. And as you lock it into place, you feel the entire center of this mechanism, not just the pedestal, but the surrounding circular area of stone between all of the rings in which you all stand. You feel it shudder as you lock in the rings, and the arcing stops. And you see that there are now two additional glowing runes on the stones. Cinderwing, in the chamber, two more runes have a lit around the altar.
We don't know this.
Nope.
Does the picture in the portal look familiar now?
It is constant on a starry void.
Well, I guess we keep trying to keep matching these rooms, see if we can get our friend out of there.
We have them all matched up now?
You have the rings matched up, and the central sword pedestal is no longer arcing.
Oh, I thought you said two more. Oh, I got it.
Yeah, we
Sorry.
moved them already.
I misunderstood. Yeah.
I think Robot last time twisted the sword. Do you think we need to twist the sword?
I mean, let's try and recreate what they did. Hopefully, it
Yeah.
produces
So,
the
I
same
guess-
results.
How are you twisting
Want to
the
twist
sword?
the sword. I'm gonna try to remember how the automaton, whatever thingy, twisted it.
Give me
Be
a
a wisdom
Someone was right next to it when it
or a
happened.
wisdom check.
wisdom check. You said.
Yeah, either or. History or wisdom. I'll let you pick. So you think about it as you're grasping the sword, and you try to remember which way the automaton had twisted it. And you say, yeah, 50-50. Right or left, we'll see what happens. So you twist
What's the
it,
worst
and
can
it
happen?
feels to spin freely until it locks into place. And another rune alights. And the portal closes. You feel
no.
the entire center area inside of the rings shudder once more as the rings now begin to move, slowly picking up speed until they are moving incredibly quickly. You are now all locked, essentially, inside of the center mechanism area. As trying to walk out, you would be obliterated by the rings as they spin and turn. You could feel the air whirling around you. as you look upon the sword. Now, realizing when you first had seen the sword coming up into the Whispering Stones, this was a stone monument. This was an immovable object. Now aware that it moves, looking at the sword, you see that there are scrape marks on the sword may move up and down in the pedestal, as well as be twisted.
What do you guys think we should do?
Turn it the other way.
Or I'm gonna turn it the other way.
You attempt to twist it back, and it is locked in place.
It doesn't move the other way.
I'm still with him, right?
Yeah, you guys are like in the center of this mechanism as it's twisting. And
Gareth will attempt to. It probably won't work, but Gareth is going to attempt to strongman style the sword and twist it the other way.
I'm gonna help him.
Give me 2 strength checks. At
I mean,
advantage.
I don't know
Gareth.
how I can help him with trying to magic my way
Fuck.
through this.
No.
That was with advantage too. What the
Hey!
Also, no. As you,
Oh,
as you
shit.
both are like sitting there trying to push it and turn it, nothing's happening. Renato, having been focused on keeping it from arcing, you're aware that not only is the entire space, in the rings around you, moving and tumbling and turning, and creating this vortex of air inside the space, you're aware that the actual center circle that you all are standing on is slowly rotating as well. It's almost imperceptible. If you weren't so focused on the center mechanism, you probably wouldn't even realize it. Being how disorienting the spinning of the rings around you is. And as you focus in on that, you remember the distinct feeling that this is just the top of the mechanism. There is this immense arcane clockwork that goes all the way down deep into the earth below you.
Is there any markings on the sword?
There are plenty of markings. To call them runes is a little tough, but
Do any of them look like they match any of the symbols on the circles?
the circles are spinning so fast you wouldn't be able to look at them.
Well, I meant the
at this
portals, yeah.
point.
Like, oh, so we can't even. Okay.
You can see the glowing runes as they pass, but they're now spinning so fast trying to like compare runes. It's like trying to read something on a moving car as it passes you at doing
Yeah, yeah,
80,
yeah.
you know?
Sorry, I thought there were spinning circles on the portals themselves too, like
No.
like a Stargate. No, okay.
No, you do see there are runes like on the ground strewn out. You have the center pedestal, then you have these concentric rings, but the entirety of the rings surrounding the sword are moving in the same direction at the same pace. None of those have spun or changed yet. So it might be helpful if I give you guys a reference thing here. So I keep the scenes. Let's ignore Megatron there.
Oh, so we can't even get to the portals anymore.
You are currently stuck in the centerpiece.
Oh
But
shit.
this entire ring that you guys are standing on is slowly rotating as you guys are standing on it. And you have these 2 outer rings that are rotating at the same pace together right now, but they have different rules.
any of them look familiar to the runes we saw earlier on the rings that are now spinning?
There are probably 3 runes that look familiar.
I don't know, guys. I think we should try and line the matching runes up to the ones we saw earlier that were lit up. Can we move these, or are they locked in sync?
It feels like they're locked in sync. They're pretty smooth, so there's not really a way for you to manipulate them.
I guess we should try and manipulate this sword. See if we can get something to happen here. I got a feeling we gotta match up those runes to the ones that were lit up earlier. I think the only way we can do it is messing with the sword.
Is it possible to pull the sword out?
You can certainly try.
I will try unless someone would like to stop me. Because he's just going to look at it and be like, I'm just gonna keep playing with it, and
You said it looked like it can move up and down.
It does. You see marks on the sword that you would now understand to be scrape marks as this thing moves up and down in the stone.
Okay, let's push it down then.
Wait, hold on. Is there these scrape marks? Is there any that look like they're more worn than others?
I mean, you can only see the ones from it being pushed down, so.
Alright, let's pull it up, but don't pull it all the way out. Let's see if we can. Got a hunch that maybe the most used sequence might have deeper etchings on this sword. Let's see if we can kind of backtrack on how this thing was used.
Gareth, you pull up on the sword.
mm-hmm.
Don't pull it out, just pull it up.
Pull it up, and you're trying to determine, like, what does it mean don't pull it all the way out? You reach a maximum point, and then I need a dexterity saving throw from everyone, except for Cinder.
Oh no.
Oof.
Oh, hold on. How do you do the saving throw?
Ugh.
You're not dexterous.
I'm sitting down
Saving
concentrating on whatever's going
right
on.
column. There's a box that says saving throws.
Oh, okay. Oh, the one under. Okay, the one under. Wait, where? No, sorry, I don't see it.
Gareth, since
Your
you
main-
are touching the sword, you can give me a strength saving throw if you prefer.
Oh, I'm sorry, I see it.
It's gonna see. It's gonna let you go.
Ooh.
So Gareth, as you pull up on the sword, you take your normal stand. You plant your feet and you grab it and you go pick it up. And as it reaches a spot where it stops and you're trying to yank it, you have this distinct feeling of your feet moving beneath you.
Oh.
As the immediate inner platform up to the outer ring here begins to spin rapidly. Clemens, you are flung. Renato, you are flung. As you lose your balance and are now on essentially the world's worst merry-go-round. Talias, you recognize that it's moving and begin, like, I guess just running against...
Running the other way.
Yeah, running the other way. Like, you're maintaining your spot, but you're having to just keep fucking running. Gareth, you're holding on for dear fucking life. Like, oh god. As
Put
you
it down
see
a
the
notch.
outer,
Put it down a notch.
as you see the outer ring is still moving slowly, but that inner ring is now rotating very fast.
World's worst treadmill.
Do you try to shove it down? And how are you shoving it down when you don't have the
Not momentum.
the leverage?
There we go.
What was the
technically, you
last
just
thing someone
let-
told me to do? To pull it out, but not all the way?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, he's going to attempt to do his best to keep pulling it out, but not all the way.
Give me a strength check, Gary.
How's Gareth's pullout game?
Not very
Let's
good.
find out.
Not very
very
good,
good.
apparently.
Gareth, you're trying to like use the sword to pull yourself up on top, to like stand on the pedestal to keep pulling it up. And in doing so, you lock it down a notch, and I need another dexterity saving throw from all involved,
All
Including
two
myself.
people still on the
including
platform.
yourself. Gareth and Talias are fine. Clemens, you managed to not get thrown the other direction. Renato,
Oh, I'm still on the platform? Okay. I thought I wasn't.
So you just got knocked on your ass, I think.
you managed to keep yourself from being thrown in the other direction. But you do see that you inadvertently managed to lock the inner ring in line with the outer ring. And you see 2 more runes glow. In the chamber, Cinderwing, an additional 2 runes glow on the altar. You see that there is 1 rune remaining.
I wonder what happens when the last room lights up.
Answer is cured, obviously.
Us dumbasses out here just stumbling our way through answers.
Meanwhile, Sinnerwing is going to. So it's holding its arms like outstretched.
No, they're kind of like down by its sides, but hands splayed outward and forward. Trying to think how to describe that pose.
I think I get it.
Like you're ascending into heaven.
Yeah, kind of.
Gotcha.
So Cinderwing, what are you doing?
She's gonna like just try like gently touching one of the statue's hands.
Okay,
You
hold that
love
thought.
Here's to better control and
What?
What was that?
Yeah, what was that?
Like a self-help reminder.
Yeah. Hold that thought, Cinderwing. The party. The center platform is no longer rotating. The rings are locked and the runes are lit, but the outer rings are spinning exceptionally fast now. They are basically a blur. And as you notice Gareth being the one holding onto the sword for dear life, it is now facing the portal that Cinderwing went through.
What is it in this? Like, it the sword or it the...
The
All the
sword is
rings are-
oriented and facing, like, you, or, you know, if you're holding onto the sword, it is flat to you, and you were looking at the portal that Cinderwing went through.
Push
It
it
is not
down.
open.
I'll try pushing it down. Nope,
Push
didn't
it down.
work.
Okay, so everyone says push it down. I'm going to push with all my might and push that sword as far down as he is able to.
You push the sword in, and it goes down like an inch or two and stops, and you're like pushing it, and as you're trying to like push it more, you give it this like half twist, it goes down, and you twist it back. You're like, oh, and it goes all the way down until the hilt is at the base of the pedestal. The rings accelerate. They are now a blur as you see many blue lines illuminating all of the spaces in the rings. A light, and all of it is directed down the stone at the singular portal. And Telias and Renato, you two being the magic casters here, you feel this distinct shift. As if the weave itself has been directed to a single point. It's like feeling the air pressure of a room change suddenly. Cinderwing, in the chamber, the last rune alights as you touch the hand, and it doesn't jerk.
Hand touches back.
But it grabs your hand almost in a reflexive way. And as you look up into its face, it is looking down at you.
Not scary at all.
Yeah.
You see all of the runes flare brightly as every rune etched on this thing's body suddenly alights in a brilliant blue flash, blinding you for a moment. And you feel its fingers let go of you slowly. And as you back away from it tentatively, the entire vessel jerks violently as a spasm, as each one of the threads releases and it collapses onto the altar, knees on the stone, hands on the stone, almost breathing. But with this eerie, exacting stillness. For the rest of the party, the rotating circular bands suddenly stop. All of the light fades from the mechanism, and a portal opens. And there is, illuminated by the portal, the rough-hewn stone floor.
We did it!
No. We going to get her?
Cinderwing, you hear this. It sounds like a breath. It sounds like a sigh, and then this voice, almost like a man and a woman speaking at the same time. Where? As it slowly raises its head, it looks about the room. The word is strangled. It's torn from a throat that was never flesh. The vessel trembles, the metal of its joints groaning as it tries to stand, only to again collapse to its knees. The movements are wrong, they're unnatural, like a puppet struggling against the strings, like something remembering how to exist.
Cinderwing is gonna approach and help it stand.
As you
Do not know where we are.
reach out to it and you try to help it up, it snaps its head to you. Its featureless face, eerie in the sense that you know it is looking at you without eyes. Its voice catches and breaks like a skipping needle on a broken record. I was. And you see its head jerk, and it retreats from you a moment. Its head clutched in its hands, fingers scraping against its featureless face, as if trying to pull at cloth and reach through a void. And it speaks again, but the words are not whole. They're fragments of thought, colliding like shattered glass, reflections of a self that no longer fits together. Why? No, who? That isn't... I do not understand.
Either do I.
Is this real? And you see it
I
move
am
its
very
hand out in
real.
front of it, flexing. And even though its movements are exacting and unnatural, there's a grace to it, the control of a dancer. Though it moves in the wrong ways, every movement is precise. The rest of the party, the portal is open for you. What do you do?
We're gonna go on after Cinderwing, I
All this for
assume.
nothing, yeah.
Grab Fabricon and
Grab Fairy
Go.
Bacon. Grab Gareth, and we run.
As you... Who's going to grab Farrakhan?
Renato.
Not me.
As you go to grab Farrakhan,
Who's got the bacon?
Farrakhan turns and looks at you, and the eyes that lock onto you are not the eyes you have been used to of Cinderwing's Drake companion. This is a wild animal. And there is a distinct look of fear and confusion. Do you still try to grab Farrakhan?
How's your animal handling?
With the reminder, this particular animal breathes fire.
Yes, and I am in not very good shape.
I'm
So-
going to see Renato's struggles. After
No,
grabbing
no.
Gareth.
Hold on. Let me cook before I get cooked. Hold on. I want to try to remember the very few words I could remember between the interactions between Feathers and Fabricon. And try at least remember the draconic word for come with me or something close to that.
Okay, give me a history check. You think you've got the word?
Only one way to find out.
And I guess with the animal handling check.
What was that? Oh, animal handling
And I
check?
guess
Yes.
also
Animal handling check.
Does anybody have any bacon?
and then I'll say the word mazis, which I think was the word for follow.
Is anyone else in the party besides Cinderwing speak Draconic?
No.
Okay. You say the word. And you pick up Berbicon. And it struggles for the moment, biting your hand, dealing 1d4. 2 damage.
2 damage?
Yep. Please tell me that knocked you unconscious.
I'm not that dead yet. I could take a bite.
Straight up faint.
Like, ugh.
You're now like holding Berbicon like away from you like a wet cat. Yeah.
Run, run, run!
Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go! Before he bites me more.
As you get through the portal, you see Berbicon, and you all kind of feel this similar thing. As you go through the portal, it's like licking a 9-volt battery,
Yeah.
For the best.
but for like, you know, your entire body. It feels weird, distinctly weird. And you see Berbicon kind of like shake its head and look at you. Same look of confusion, but eyes now familiar. As you step into the chamber, you see the murals and the runes carved into the walls.
Does that
I
look
give,
familiar to
I give Fabricon
yeah.
a head pat.
Selias, being a bard, give me a history check with advantage.
Nice.
He went to college.
This is
He
true.
learned stuff.
Yeah!
Hey, he did learn stuff.
As you are looking at it, it clicks in your mind that it is the tale of Astrid Runeseeker. One
As I'm looking, I
of
just
the
kind of speak out. Yeah. I'll
the
speak
who?
that out as I'm remembering it.
This is where we find
One of
out
the
who read
9.
Legend Keeper and who didn't.
Me definitely did not.
I know.
Nato, help us out here.
Give me a second, because it's been a while.
He's clicking. I hear him. He's looking it up right now. Don't bullshit.
The 9. There are 9 knights. Most of them lost in time. Level fact sacrifices. I would have to probably take a look at this one to see who it was.
Alright, so
Probably
I'll
get a
throw you all
better
in
look.
because none of you have done the homework.
It's a lot of words, man. I'm not gonna
Yeah,
explain
man.
the entire article.
It fucking takes longer for me to write it than it does to read it. Come on. You all would be familiar, sort of, with the various myths of the Nine. They are fables and children's tales. They are stories of great heroism and great villainy. They are ways to teach lessons and parabolas to people on how to be good, how to use magic, the endless bounds of nature, how to be a good person. But they're myths. They're from some long lost kingdom that may or may not have ever existed. They're people that may or may not have existed. To see a mural of it in some long lost chamber is odd, but not something out of the realm of possibility. But it'd be like finding a cave painting of Jesus. Like, okay, sure. But as you are contemplating why on God's name a children's fable would be carved in some random chamber that is only accessible by a portal. You hear that distinct voice of a man and a woman speaking at once, the broken record as Cinderwing is speaking. And what you remember of the tale of Astrid Runesinker, it is a warning about tampering with life. A warning that to bind a soul is to cause unimaginable. And as you round the corner and see this figure of polished stone and wood and metal, its movements unnaturally precise, graceful as a dancer, but as exacting as a construct. Its face featureless, eyeless, and yet unbearably human. And it seems to look upon you all with, even with no face, with no facial features, it expresses itself in the most human of ways. You see confusion and curiosity. You had the distinct sense that you were looking at a newborn fawn just learning to walk, but you were also looking at something unfathomably old. Something of power and of presence. And yet new and unsure.
I take a look at that.
Of Skyridge Grove. Who are you? Stands here in this chamber.
You see it tilt its head in this 45-degree kind of thing. Almost contemplate. A name. Names are anchors, aren't they? But mine, it drifts. I think I had one. I think it was. And there's this long pause. It isn't here anymore.
And what should I call you?
I like the name Orin. It is not mine, but it is a part of me.
Alright then, Orin. Do you know why you're here?
You say why or where?
Why?
To see if it could be done. To answer a question that should not have been asked. To prove something. But was it worth the price? As a note for basically all the characters, this is like being a medieval peasant being shown a fucking robot, like a fully functional AI robot.
It's actually kind of wild. What are you talking about? Even now, but you've seen a fully
Oh yeah, it would be
functional
fucking
movie.
unnerving now, but it would be believable.
I mean, still kind of wild.
Yeah, I'm saying like you would grasp what you're looking at. This is like a fucking statue suddenly moving and talking.
What are you?
I mean, we were
Oren.
attacked by cheese golems.
That is very fair.
Cheese cobbs and burger types.
Yeah, but like there's a difference between something that is clearly a monster and a construct
And
that has
and this.
well, in a construct that has no sentience, no feeling, it has a singular purpose. This is something human. In the sense of the word, like humanity. To the question of what are you, it tilts its head and it traces its smooth, featureless face with its fingers from its right hand. A vessel. A shape that holds something that should not be held. A whisper that should have been an echo. No. Perhaps less.
Can I check out the body that's there?
The skeleton?
Yeah.
Yep. Give me a investigation check. Yes, with a 15, the skeleton at one point was probably closed, but any remnants of clothing are basically like tattered pieces of cloth, thread that still remain. There is a singular ring on its right hand that is still intact. The book that lays beneath it, the moment you touch it, it crumbles to dust. Completely unusable. It's been here for so long. The way that it's collapsed, it appears that it collapsed while reading from the book. In the way that like it basically fell forward onto its face, and the book is like beneath its ribcage in place. But other than that, there's nothing discernible.
I'll pocket that ring.
Okay.
Just so we can
It is a
maybe try and figure something out later.
It is a silver ring with a kind of topaz-colored stone.
Does anything about it look familiar, or do I decipher anything on it? Just glancing at it, just
Not
quick?
on a glance.
No. Okay. Yeah, I'll pocket that for further investigation. Oh, and then
The
I'll
vessel looks about curiously now, standing on the altar.
Do you know who this is, Warren? Behind you?
Check the signature. Address. It turns and it sees it, and you see the whole vessel shudder. And there's this distinct pain in its face. She, the hands, the voice, the mind that reached too far. I should remember her. I do, but not as she was. Only what she wanted to be.
What was that?
There's a distinct silence as it does not answer.
Now what, everyone? I don't know how long that portal might stay open. I don't believe we should linger here long. Is there any other features in this room, or is it just like the focal point of this altar here? Was there any other doors or anything?
There's nowhere else. It would appear the only way into the space is through the portal.
Yeah, I've got a feeling we probably shouldn't linger.
So we press on then, or
Orin, we traveled here through a portal from another realm. We're not sure how long it will remain open, so we've got to go. If you would like to join us, you're welcome to, but we cannot stay long.
I imagine Ulrich will.
We've got people that would
Have
love to meet you.
questions. Aye.
You see it kind of in this contemplative silence, and it's interesting in the way that it stands. It's always this dancer pose. It's left foot in front of it, behind, in front of the right, one hand at its side, as if it's in this resting pose. I was left here to be forgotten. Broke the silence. You changed something. If I step beyond this place, does that mean that I am real? Does that mean you are real?
I believe that's true already.
We can see you, you can see us. Seems real to me.
I see you not as you see me. Or shapes, color, sound. But I know you're there. Like the way the air changes before a storm. Or the way you
Renato.
feel a word before you speak.
Renato will step forward right next to Cinderwing, and I'll speak to Orin. Do you want to be real?
I'm a real boy.
I merely wish to know if this is a dream.
Can I extend my hand and say, come with us and find out?
I was so hoping you were gonna say, "Come with me if you want to live."
Says the one, says the guy who's half dying. And I'll give the wings a little flutter.
Now you're just showing off.
As you reach out your hand to it, you see it looking back at you. Its head tilted in this expression of curiosity in its body. Though it has no eyes, you feel it staring deep within you. And as it does not take your hand, it steps forward tentatively. This unsure step as a newborn fawn. And as it takes another, its surety comes back to it, and it does not clamber down off the altar, but it steps off gracefully as a dancer walking onto a stage. And As it nears the end of the chamber, the rest of you not having it yet, it turns and look at you all curiously. I was meant to be, but meant to be and being are not the same. And it waits for the rest of it.
Let's go.
As you all step through the portal, it takes its tentative step out into the world, and the portal closes behind it with a certain finality. And you see standing this figure of polished metal and wood and stone, gleaming black and gold and silver in the light. As the park is now silent, except for the chirping of birds.
Since we're outside, I'll give him a rebuttal to his statement. All of us here are meant to be a lot of things. Over time, what we were meant to be changed, and now who we are now. Who we're going to be in the future. Time always seems to find a way to either change or maintain that. But it's always up to it's always up to us to decide.
I got a phone call. One moment.
The fuck is a phone?
Yeah, what is this phone call he speaks of?
Now we got a new problem.
I should probably go see that prick.
No, we ain't seeing that motherfucker.
Oh yeah, he'll take this thing too. Yeah, no. Screw that.
Yeah, no,
He took
we
my
ain't
gun.
seeing the console. Not with him. Fuck no.
I didn't say the whole council.
Okay, even more him. I don't trust him whatsoever.
I mean, he did send us here though. Oh no, up to you guys. He does still have our friend.
As far as I know, here's what happened. We investigated it. We somehow turned it on, and we
So you
were
guys know
attacked.
This is roughly what you're looking at.
That looks
Tenno.
pretty neat. Tenno.
The guy trying to do the crip walk on the treadmill. Shoes go flying off. That's great.
Honestly, I'd rather put my chances at either sending him with Cinderwings people or putting him with the Sanctum. I am not sending him to Orin or any of the console people. Fuck that.
Give him a disguise.
Fake mustache.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Come on, mustache.
Get a pair of glasses with a fake mustache. Yeah. Nailed it.
Do we have a cloak or anything big enough to carry? How big is this guy? girl,
Shim.
automaton.
It's like I don't know, 6 foot. Slim but tall.
Got anything that can cover this guy?
Gareth, you still have your non-fancy clothes? Or your fancy clothes?
Yeah. I'm pretty sure that was just a
but it's,
loincloth.
I don't think. Yeah, it's not very concealing, but
Well, I
yeah,
said give-
I have it.
Give the vessel your fancy clothes. You wear your non-fancy clothes.
He ain't giving up his fancy clothes. Come on.
Is that a directive?
I'm suggesting it to the group at this point. I don't know.
Do we have a cloak,
Uh,
tarp, something we can cut up real quick?
In-
Don't I know, I know everything.
I've got a pair of fine clothes and a costume.
Why do you have a costume?
Cause I'm like good at deception. I've got a makeup kit too, or a disguise kit.
Paint the face on it.
Yeah.
There you go. You're in charge of disguising this thing.
I will tell you that it is very feminine in build. Though its voice is impossible to discern if you're talking to a male or female.
Feminine and built.
It's a built. It's just 6 foot tall. It's just tall. It's tall, but it's lean. Again, like a dancer. It's has a grace to it.
Oh shit. Got a mirror. Hey Warren, check yourself out.
Are you trying to get it to look in the mirror?
No.
I mean,
Alright, well.
do that.
Yeah, I don't know what to do now, guys. I don't think we really thought this through.
Do we ever?
You didn't think I'd give you some weird shit, did you?
I honestly, I thought
I
this thing was gonna kill us.
I was expecting some earth-shattering shit that could potentially affect the other group. Nah, just keep affecting this one. Sure, why not?
Oh, my sweet summer children. You don't know what I've just given you. It's so much fun.
He
Right,
giving
we
us-
don't.
He's giving us a fourth PBGG.
I will tell you the other party has done things that directly affect you guys because they're straightforward and large. You guys have an awful lot of shit that can break a whole lot of stuff if you ever figure out what the fuck it is you're actually holding.
That's asking an awful lot of us.
Straightforward and large. There's like three of them.
We're just gonna bumble our way through like
There's
we did
4
with
of
the
them
last
now.
puzzle.
Four?
Yes, my wife is now their 4th character.
Oh, nice.
However, she took over for an NPC who knows far too much, so I have to occasionally like tase her and then do stuff.
That's funny.
It's just like, oh yeah, what about tase? Shut up! Don't ask that question. You don't know that.
Ixnay on the questions, eh?
Yeah, shut up.
Yeah, it's a little hard when you got an insider.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'll
So
I'll
are
do
you
the
trying
best
to
with-
clothe Orin?
yeah. I'll do the best that I can. But
We're all
I'll-
gonna
I'll-
work our best.
We're
to
all
work
gonna
through
help
magic.
him.
Yeah.
This is a
And
group
I'll-
effort at this point.
tell. I'm just gonna call it or her at this point. I'll tell her that
Just call by his name. His name's Warren. He seems to like it.
Warren. So where we're at right now, you stand out like nothing as anybody else has ever seen. So we're gonna try to disguise you a little bit so people don't lose their minds. I think if people saw you the way you are right now, they would try to lock you away and study you. Trust me, you don't want that. So
As she does not answer, but as you're beginning to throw clothes on, covering something does not change what it is.
not trying to change you. We're just trying to make other people not see you for what you are.
sense.
It'll make me feel better. How about that?
It'll make
If
us
it
feel better.
pleases you, then do as you.
Okay. So yeah, I'll try my best with the costume kit I have and the disguise kit. I don't know. I just do what I can.
Are you trying to put makeup on the thing to make it look like it has a
No,
face?
no, like mostly just try to cover it up. I'm not gonna paint a face on it. That's not gonna work. I was thinking more just. I mean, it's pretty common for people to wear like hoods and stuff, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, just try to make it look like something you would see in the background that someone wouldn't pay attention to.
As whoever is throwing clothes on it, whether that's one person or multiple, any part of it that you touch is distinctly cold.
Like colder than ambient.
Colder than ambient. Colder than you would expect even metal to be.
For the old heat metal magic.
I mean, I could.
some reason I
Cinderwing,
think that's a bad
now
idea.
that you are in the open, somewhere that is more well lit, where you can actually see it, all of the wooden portions you recognize to distinctly be Sylvan.
Oh shit.
There is no tool marks. There's no indication that it was carved. It appears as natural grown as any of the trees in this park.
Ooh.
Were it grown out of Sylvan wood?
Are you asking her that?
Yeah, I mean, not as much asking as like, well, just stating it.
So we could tell with the gun that it was distinctly
It was distinctly carved.
carved and molded, right? Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
But
This has no.
looks natural. This looks natural.
Looks natural. No tool marks. No indication that it is shaped and formed. As you are stating that she's made of silver wood. She kind of just enunciating, not to you directly, but just kind of to the air. Do trees dream of the sky after they're felled? If I return to the earth, will I grow again?
Let's not find that out.
I think Orin's a goth.
Yeah.
If we give this bot enough cocaine, will he turn into to Freud?
I believe
should-
you'd
we should-
be part of the circle of life as it always has. Sylvan would return to the soil.
I've got a feeling we shouldn't linger here either. I think we caused quite a ruckus.
Yeah, how loud
Circle.
was this whole thing?
Very.
Oh,
Very.
yeah.
Very loud.
Yeah, let's go somewhere else. Let's get out of here.
As you
Aye.
mentioned the circle thing, it again kind of just circles are such a natural creation.
He's been locked. Jordan's been locked for so long. He doesn't know what's going on.
Brain still catching up.
When you break a
Logic
circle,
circuit.
is it then just a line?
If you straighten it
I
out,
think
yeah,
it's
let's
a
go.
ray, isn't it?
I technically no. Alright, as you guys are leaving, you see many guards rushing towards the park, but confused as it's now quiet and silent, and there's no evidence that you guys actually had a fight because all the bodies disintegrated. So,
Perfect crime.
Yeah, don't worry about Renato
give me
Don't worry
a
about the blood on the ground. Or...
No, I would have at least used. Actually, you know what? Yeah, let me go ahead and do that. You know, fire.
for
pull it out.
interpretation. Yeah.
Yeah, yep.
let's-
Precipitation.
Let's grab their weapons too, because they didn't disintegrate.
They did drop weapons. Yep.
Yeah, let's grab those.
Grab all the weapons. I need money.
Loot.
Gareth grabs all the weapons.
Oh, hey, you got a bow now.
Hey!
Oh, yeah, sweet.
Yeah. Made a good bow.
And javelins.
There are, yeah, I don't know. You get maybe
Yeah,
Six
they have
javelins.
Like javelins and like short swords, right?
6 javelins that aren't busted. 2 short bows and like 10 arrows. And they actually had rapiers. So like
Yeah, that's right. Sorry.
like
A lot of rapiers.
7 or 8 rapiers. Let's say 8.
Those things with all the arms, didn't they have like a bunch of? They had like bows on each arm, didn't they?
Yeah, but being that they're built into it, it just disintegrates. with it.
Oh, okay.
Aren't the rapiers like pretty much just like needles
More or less.
They were. Yeah.
for sewing?
Yeah, I'm not really interested in the loot. Let's just pick up evidence and go.
Alright. Just for my sanity standpoint, you guys are just gonna sell the rapiers, right? Or do you actually?
Yeah.
Likely.
Okay, you're gonna get 10 gold for each one.
Let me keep one just in case. I don't. Can I use rapiers? I'd like to get rid of this dagger.
You are proficient with rapiers.
Yeah, I'll hold. Oh yeah, right there, rapier. Yeah, I'll hold on to one of those rapiers.
Fetch items.
Replace this,
I mean, you could take this.
replace this dagger.
You could take the cobalt dagger that I have. I don't use like ever.
Oh. All right, we'll talk about that later. Yeah.
I can move it right now. It'll take
Okay.
2 seconds.
Yeah. Cool. Thanks.
So you want to keep the rapier?
Yeah, yep, I'll take both and I'll look at them later. I'll give the dagger back if I don't wind up using it.
Anyone have any paper on them?
Paper.
I bet you Wazzer will. I
Gareth,
haven't seen
are you
him in a long time
keeping-
though.
Keeping a short bow
Yep.
and arrows. Up.
I can imagine you using a short bow. You're like pulling it back with
Yep.
like 2 fingers.
What do we need paper for?
Screw that. One finger. He doesn't- just one finger, just like index finger, just like yeah.
Bink.
I got this.
I was gonna do some reliefs of the ruins on the rings.
Sorry, you were gonna do what? You're gonna take like etchings?
Yeah, if anyone had any paper.
I assume one
I
of you
don't.
guys has some.
I have my book of knot tying that I need to.
I think all I have is just our books.
Yeah.
And I do have a notebook.
Yeah, there you go. You can rip some paper out of that. Take actions. No problem.
We're
Just
gonna
mark
take,
down.
I'm gonna take some etchings of the ruins.
Mark down that you have it. So you guys, I don't care who.
Sorry, Kopet, just add an item that says ruin etchings.
Yeah. Just give me a second.
Oh, I need that ring too.
Yeah. hang on.
Unknown silver ring.
I'm getting there. Shut up.
Oh, okay, alright.
It takes me a second. Hang on.
You done yet?
I'll kill you and then myself.
How to invoke the DM's wrath.
He's gonna have Owen just kill you in your sleep. And wear your skin.
Ooh.
Am I real now because I have skin?
Jeez. That's fucking creepy.
Oh.
Don't give him any ideas.
It's like those flesh walkers from Kenshi robots that
If only you guys knew what I was doing to.
Kopet, if you're the reason why we turned to murder hobos, that's gonna be the reason why.
I have anti-murder hobo setups.
Yeah, random portals open, automatons pour out.
What if I'm a murder homeowner?
Kill that guy first.
I mean, that's what
I
that
mean,
vampire
just being
guy
a
was,
count.
right? Yeah.
Okay, it's on there. You guys are gonna get 70 gold for the rapiers. For the single short bow, 20 gold. So you're gonna get 90 gold total. Whoever keeps track of that.
I will just keep it all.
Oh, you son of a bitch!
He's our piggy bank.
I guess we're adding
he's-
it to Clemens.
He's gonna be the next one that gets abducted. Oh shit, there was a lot of gold.
Shit, that was our bank!
Thank you for using the Bank of Clemens. There is no interest.
Just wait until you guys are in a serious fight and he falls off the cliff, and then next session you're like, "Fuck! He had all the money."
It's here. Ching, 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 ching.
Oh no! So what? Everyone, so Talos goes, "Oh no, that's Clemens." I'm like, "Oh no, our money!"
And Garrett's like, eh.
We need that to live. Oh, technically no.
I mean, to be fair, I have been paying for all the ends, I'm pretty sure, so.
Yeah, too recent.
Garrett's
Yeah, 'cause
fancy
you-
clothes. Can't
Because
forget
you
that.
have all the money.
Yeah, technically we've all been paying for it.
Honestly, it's better if just one person in the party has the money.
Yeah.
It just works out better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you guys need anything, let me know. We currently have 613.
Woohoo!
3 silver and 4 copper.
How? First off, where are you guys going?
That is a good
We're not
one.
going to the console. That's for goddamn sure.
You still have a tournament today.
Oh fuck, that's right.
Today.
Today.
Oh shit, what time of night is it?
It's
Is
not
it like
night.
the
It's
equivalent of
middle
like
of the
when
day.
it...
A whole day's passed.
No, it's middle.
Oh.
No, it's the same day. It's middle of the day. This fight in the
Fine.
Whispering Stones only took fucking 20 minutes.
Wait, but I thought that was at night.
No, you guys turned on the thingy
okay.
and then it just got real dark.
Oh.
Oh, okay. I think that's where
I
my
suppose I could.
disconnect happened.
Oh, isn't the fight tomorrow? That's why we
Nope.
took this.
Yeah, today.
Oh fuck.
Hey, isn't your
Okay.
Cinnamon, your brother's here, right?
I suppose take Oren to my brother.
I can't think of a better place.
Yeah, I'd
To
rather
the hotel.
or in-
Cinderwing, you would know
Hmm.
actually a good place to put it.
Mm-hmm.
We
Not
go
put it, but
to-
ask it to stay. Like it is. It seems sentient, so.
Magos map. The Silent Cloister. It's just outside the city wall. It's a abandoned monastery of sorts, and people use it for clandestine meetings and hooking up and various other things. But nobody owns the building per se. No one is in there.
Hmm.
It's not remotely secure, but it's empty.
Do people go there a lot though? Like, we don't want someone just randomly stumbling across the road.
I think the answer would be yes, but it's people of ill repute or who are not
That would-
who would not be somebody the populace would believe anyway. And people who would
I don't know.
not even mention they saw anything weird anyway. It's people going to make black market deals and teens just hooking up. So
Just a fucking robot. I didn't see that.
I mean, think about it. Like,
If
if
that
you're
was-
doing something illegal,
That's
unless you see somebody doing something way more illegal, like heinously illegal, you ain't saying shit. you didn't see anything.
Yeah. You don't want to
murder.
implicate yourself at all.
Yeah.
Like murder.
Well, like murder, like, oh hey, I'm here to do a black market deal, and I saw somebody murder somebody else. Like, yeah, okay, I might say something about that, but like, I'm here to do a black market deal, and I just saw somebody being kind of fucking weird. I'm not saying shit. I wasn't there.
Yeah,
I don't
there
know
you
what
go.
we're talking about.
Oh, that's right. We do have her disguised as well. So okay,
So,
yeah,
alright.
that makes
Feathers,
sense. Okay.
We could take her to the Silent Cloister.
If you
If you
please.
think it's
I
if you
they're
think
the
it's a good
best
place, it
option
works for me.
keepers. Yeah, I'd rather not take her to the sanctum. Either.
No, they keep taking our stuff.
No, I said the sanctum, not the council. Well, neither the council either. Sanctum might.
Yeah, well, they didn't
Weird
seem
stuff.
much like you either. So
As you guys are walking, Oren's just kind of like looking around, following in the middle of the group, I assume.
Yes.
Buildings rise like trees of stone. Do they remember what they were before?
probably not.
Revise my assessment. Orin is an edgy goth.
This isn't set in a way to be edgy. It's just like
It's a robot
Doesn't
asking
matter.
questions.
Edgy
it is
goth, I'm trying to
it
be
is
edgy
somebody
either.
with a cosmic awareness being put into a body and being told to walk around.
I'll engage with the conversation with Oren. I've been alive for 100 years, a doctor for about 80 of them. I have given birth and buried my patients during those 80.
Oh, I was about to say you. What? I got it. Never mind.
So think of that as you
Oh,
will.
man, some of these words are too big for Clemens.
Kevin's like, you are a machine. You have inner workings. Something explains you.
I
It's like, well,
believe all of it remembers in a way.
How are you guys guiding Oren?
We have a leash.
I am.
Leash?
You know what? I have got myself hooked to Oren like a gentleman, as would a lady.
Oh.
You hold my arm as though I am fragile, or as though you are afraid.
A little bit afraid. Not gonna lie.
How strange to be
but
among so
Or-
many and still feel unseen.
It's not that I am afraid for you. I am afraid for myself. As you can see, I still have arrows still stuck inside of me that I need to remove later.
I could break those off for you.
Please don't. Not now. No,
Pretty sure they were already
Uh,
broken off at this point.
He breaks off. She breaks off an arrow and pulls one out, and
Just
Ah!
slurred of blood.
she heals it afterwards.
As you're healing the one you ripped out, you see Orin kind of gingerly reach and pluck an arrow, but you don't feel any pain. And as Orin is holding the arrow in the tips of her fingers and, twisting her hand to look at it in the light as if it's a new object to her, which it probably is, you look down where the arrow was, and it's almost like she phased it through your flesh and there is no longer a hole.
I go
Best
through the
arrow
hole.
puller outer ever.
I go through the hole where the arrow was. I'm like, oh,
At least you
thank you,
found
Orin.
And
One
she looks at
one
you and
less guy I
says,
gotta
"I
worry about."
apologized. I changed your nature." And she puts it back, and you feel the distinct. You feel the distinct, like, she's not like pushing it into you. It's again like she phased it back into where it goes, and you're now very aware that the arrow is where it is, but you didn't feel it like pierce your skin. It's like, that's
It's just-
worse.
It's just back in there.
Yeah.
Creeping against bone or something.
Orin, can you please do me a favor and please take it back out, like you just did?
She looks at you like kind of, head tilt to the side, and then pulls it out without phasing it.
Oh,
That's the way you do it.
Oh, that's another scar for the collection. Oh well.
That's funny.
How will they otherwise learn not to get shot by arrows?
Oh, feathers.
That's the person
you
who
only
got
get-
captured by the robot thing.
As you kind of groan and you're now trying to staunch the little bit of bleeding from it, says the body protests. The body is mistaken.
oh my god. Let's
Oh
get
my
her
God,
to this
it's
place as
one of-
quick as we
it's
can.
one of those. It's a philosophizer.
The wonder is wearing off. Let's go.
Oh, feathers, if you only knew how many scars this body has.
As you guys make your way back to the tavern, right? Or are you going to the cloister with her?
No, we're going to the cloister.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Drop her off somewhere safe. Or safe as we can muster.
You get to the cloister and find a kind of a secluded spot in it. The cloister itself is old, decrepit, overgrown. Here and there where vines and various things have intruded into the building. Clearly no one's taken care of it in a long time. There are there's broken furniture, old books of non-import, kind of scattered here about. Pieces of trash, various other things. People have used this building for various clandestine meetings, graffiti on the walls in various forms.
If we take a short
When we
rest
get
somewhere?
there, Sinnerwing is gonna do a little passcode whistle.
As you're whistling and you get no real response in the middle of the day. Not particularly
Oi,
any
cunt.
reason for people to be here. You see Orin kind of walking around and having that almost childlike wonder of the space as she looks around at everything high up into the vaulted ceilings, looking at the sunlight streaming through the windows, the trash and forgotten books on the ground and various things. A place without voices, and yet it is full.
I
make
Can
no
you whistle,
sound
Oren?
when I walk. Neither do they. This is correct? And as you're pointed to it for the first time, you realize that as she walks, she does indeed make no sound.
You're very nimble on your feet. Unlike these lumberfoots.
Can't help it. I got hooves. Leave me alone.
Damn it, Feathers! I'm a doctor. I'm not a ranger like you.
I wear armor.
He never takes it off.
Anymore.
Not even when I take a bath.
Ew.
Armor gets washed at the same time.
Gross.
Ugh, rust. Treat you for tetanus.
I am one with.
And you whistle, Oren.
Just scream it out.
Like I just did.
Just scream out your favorite words. Just scream out.
As you see her kind of tilt her head and shudders. I am incapable of making such sounds.
Here, try this. Well, no, she don't have fingers, does she? No, never mind.
She has fingers.
I hand her a pan flute.
I mean, she doesn't have a way to blow on it, so.
Got your
I
lute?
don't know. She might have exhaust port somewhere else.
You have a flute or guitar-like instrument.
She's not getting my fucking guitar. Probably that for my cold dead hands. Here, take some bad pipes.
Bagpipes. You still need a mouth for that.
I got a drum, a lute, a pan flute, bagpipes. That's all I got.
Are you just carrying around bagpipes?
Yeah.
Gotta have war theme somewhere.
I mean, yeah.
I'm like a one-man band. Come on.
She again, just while you guys are trying to figure out how exactly she's going to signal you, I guess. A place forgotten. A thing forgotten. We will keep each other company.
Good, because we gotta go.
Yeah, you guys go ahead and go. I'll stay here with Lauren and with Cinderring, and I will stay here with Lauren.
We wanna maybe take a short rest while we're here? Patch up some of our holes.
That sounds prudent.
Yeah, it sounds like a horrible idea.
Alright. Help you out a little bit. Oh, just one.
You guys taking a short rest? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
How do we roll the hit dice?
You press the short rest and you
Ah,
get the option to.
gotcha. You get you can add on a 1d6 as well.
So when you hear the distinct sound of the warbling of a thrush. It's a particularly difficult sound to replicate as a human. It's not quite a whistle. It requires more than that. It's something you would need to make an instrument. And you see Orin kind of tilt her head as if listening. And you see her bring her fingers together. And she makes this noise as she almost snaps her fingers. And it sounds exactly like a thrush's.
Huh. See that? You can do it.
Good start.
That'll do nicely as our call.
She
Try to
answers
stay
with
out
the
of
same
sight.
sound.
Oh, well, you guys are going to stay here with her, right?
Yep.
Okay.
You guys go on ahead. Once this is taken care of, we'll scurry along.
Got a feeling this tournament won't take long.
This is a multi-day tournament, so it will take long.
Well, I meant today won't take long. I don't know if he's going to make it past round 1. We'll see.
Do you
Am I in
doubt
earshot
Garrett?
of him making that comment?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Oh, shit. Oh, I thought that
Just smacks him.
I mean, it's in character.
No words, just I basically slap him in, or punch, slap, whatever made sense for the moment.
I hit him again.
Whack.
Yeah, I guess I had that one coming.
As you're not, you didn't get a response from Orin, so as you turn to say once again, try to just stay out of sight. Orin's gone. You don't see her.
Oh god.
Oh, no. Whistle, whistle.
So anyway, you hear the distinct sound of the thrush's warble answer, and it's from
Wow.
like right behind you guys. And you turn and you see like she is next to a statue, perfectly still. And if had not drawn attention to herself, you wouldn't have even noticed she's there.
Wow, she's good.
You're good.
We're very good at this. Alright. I guess we'll be back after.
Stop by before
We'll
we
be back
rest
later.
for the night. Yeah.
All right. So who all is staying at the cloister?
Not I'll stay.
We're all going now, right? I think she's got this covered.
Nah, I'll stay.
Yeah. All right.
Okay,
I'll
we're not
just go
doing.
to, I'll just
If Renato stays, Indrawing stays.
I'll just go to Garuth. I'll be like, look, do what you're gonna do, but you have to win over the crowd. Were there any arena tournaments or anything like that when you were in the Horde?
No, we were trained to basically fight, kill.
No one-on-one fights for disputes.
I said there's a difference
sure.
between
We have-
fighting as a spectacle and fighting for actually killing something.
Fighting as a spectacle. Did you have fighting as a spectacle?
Cute Gareth asking what spectacle is.
For show, just like when you fought the lumberjack.
Yeah, I suppose we had a few of those. Although they were more like, I'd say it was more disputes became spectacles, I guess.
Nice.
All right, so
Well.
we're gonna take a brief pause here. Everybody refresh, use the bathroom, whatever you're gonna do. So
Yes.
I'm gonna make a sandwich.
5 minutes, and I'm going to disable the recording for that.
Can you give us like maybe 10 or 15? I gotta walk the dog.
Yeah, 10 or 15 is fine.
Okay, thanks.
Also, my
Oh, now everybody goes silent. Fuck you guys. Yes.
We know when we're being listened to.
Yes, the federal government is technically listening into this.
Joke's on you guys. I don't listen to my players. You think we could stop traumatizing? No. There is no brakes on the trauma train.
Hold on. Give me a second. I got a meme for that.
All right, whose characters have not lost their grandparents yet? Come on, don't be shy.
What about who still has parents? We can fix that.
Who still has married?
I don't.
We know you built a rogue while being a fighter somehow.
See, we call it Chekhov's gun, but where's the term for like, oh no, they introduced characters into this action that are directly related to them via parentage. They're gonna die.
That's still Chekhov's gun. It's the same trope.
I know, but like, it needs to be a little bit narrower in scope because that happens too fucking much.
There is a name for the trope.
Is it just like the dead Ben?
The dead Ben theory?
I don't think so, but it would not. I would honestly not be surprised. Let me go check the trope. Thing.
The Uncle Ben theory.
Oh, let me go check the playlist for trope talks because it's definitely in.
Deceased parents are the best. Caption on the image for the article is "Can't let you down when they're 6 feet under."
Alright, I'm back.
Thank you, TV tropes.
Deaths.
Gonna be like a roaming band of NPCs. We got Thorns and now Orange.
You don't have Thorn.
Well, at the moment.
Death by origin story.
It is a specific trope for people you sacrifice.
Whoa, the heck did I miss?
Don't worry about it.
You got sacrificed.
Yeah. What'd I do?
I love the fucking rabbit hole that TV tropes is.
It's not fridging. I don't think that's it. No, that's not it.
Fridging?
Fridging, isn't that like
That's
soloed?
Yeah, it's kind of. It's putting a character aside and like stopping their character growth for a bunch of reasons. There's a variety of like reasons why you do that trope, but
it's usually real life reasons, right?
well, it depends. Like
If it's a show.
yeah, it depends on like you do it like people do it in TV, they do it in manga, they do it in comics. There's lots of a variety of reasons why people do it.
It reminds me, what is
No one
Balthazar
liked the
doing
character.
right now?
J.O.
Balthazar.
Yeah, he
Even
probably
illegal
got
gambling.
arrested with gunpowder again.
Oh,
Yes,
that
that
was
Balthazar.
Oh, he had the wine, wasn't it? That's what it was.
Yeah, that
also
was
no,
that was
no,
totally
that was
Balthazar. Yeah.
He was definitely
I don't remember what he got arrested for.
He got arrested
never-
for cheating at a I think it was a dice game is what I said. He was running and then ran into Cinderwing, who had a cask full of gunpowder,
That's right. Yeah.
and having well, number one, gunpowder was illegal, but he was like, well, no, there's wine in it. Like, okay, well, having
Wine's illegal too.
having unregistered wine is fucking illegal too. So
Yeah, you ain't getting out of this.
Fucking
Looking up,
fascist bunch of them.
Boshalem.
Death in the Limelight is the trope name. Specifically introducing a character because they're going to die at the end, or they're going to die That's one of them. There's like a variety of them.
Oh,
Because
it's
like
the
mentors die a lot too.
yeah.
Yeah.
You're back.
Also related to Back for the Dead.
Yeah.
Is
A
anybody
sort of
from
middle ground between being put on a bus and dropped a bridge on him.
Kara checked on Wazir today. He's just busy studying.
Oh, okay. I was just hoping he's alright.
Good, he's still alive. Okay, good.
We sent Kara on a recon mission today.
Make sure he's still alive.
Sent him out on a recon mission last week. Remember the signal flare?
Yeah, but like that was a signal flare. We actually sent Kara on a recon mission.
Oh.
We actually sent him to Wazir's.
Oh, he physically went there?
Yeah, he wasn't
Oh,
home,
yeah.
but he he answered on Messenger and said he was just studying.
Oh, okay. Any idea
Yeah,
when he's back?
I went over to his
Abode.
apartment to check on him.
Has he got finals coming up or something?
I don't know exactly, but he was at the library studying, so he's okay. Just busy.
Okay.
He's gonna come back with a slightly more wrinkly brain.
Yeah. Imagine that.
Imagine that. All right. You guys have stashed Orin in a cloister where Renato and Superman, I'm sure, are now playing hide and seek with the robot. And probably losing.
Yeah, I was gonna say I think Orin wins that game every time.
Weirdly stealthy construct thing.
Very
How'd you
still-
lose Orin? She makes no sound when she walked. What do you want from me?
Yeah.
Someone put a bell in
Can
there.
literally stand perfectly still.
I'm gonna take credit for this. It's a really good disguise. Okay, thank you.
I'd picture like something that 100% looks like a regular marble statue that you've dressed up in a clown costume.
Oh, we could put her in like the town square and make her act like one of those people that are statues.
The living statue is actually
Yeah,
a statue. Is actually also living.
Yeah, because the
Uh,
problem is she won't sit still.
They'll come back. There'll be hundreds of gold down there. Like, man, you're good.
The people who do that are crazy, by the way. Like
You'd have to be.
the French Quarter has like 3 or 4 of them that do it every single fucking day. Neither here nor there. So, you guys are on your way to the tournament. Gareth, are you doing any prep for said tournament? You have a short bow now.
Does a tiger stretch before it hunts? No.
No. No. Gareth is like,
I think
Renato,
they do
we're
actually.
just gonna go into this.
Seeing Carrick just like stretching before like walking around, like, oh yeah, no, they stretch all the time, constantly. Sorry.
Yeah, they're
what was it?
literally cats.
This one does. It's dead.
Well, we don't see them, so I don't know.
You have on your fancy clothes, Gareth,
You betcha.
looking like a fucking Peaky Blinders fucking muscle.
Alright, we gotta work on the strut. You got like this.
You're realizing
teach him how to-
a goat man is trying to teach a large orc how to strut.
Gotta teach him how to be one of those wrestlers to be a heel. I think that's what it's called.
You think Gareth would be the heel?
He's not the baby face.
I feel like Gareth would be like, he would be the one who's actually wrestling while everyone else is trying to act. He's actually beating the fuck out of people. Like, everyone's afraid to actually match up
1000%.
with him because he will actually fucking kill you.
It's on or off. No in between.
It's on or off.
Like Macho Man Randy Savage with that with fucking coke rage. All right,
So-
as you make your way towards the tournament.
Question. Temporary hit points, do you lose those on a short rest or is it a long rest?
I think you just lose those on a long rest.
Okay.
if I'm not mistaken.
I don't have any, but I don't think I'm. Hopefully, not gonna need those.
Ooh, wait, here we go.
No.
We'll get you.
No. Your plan
we'll get you
is
hyped up.
impervious to.
It's barred, but Eye of the Tiger.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Hot. I like it.
Yeah, I'm playing this.
As you make your way towards tournament, the roar of the crowd, growing louder, as they've had the preliminary kind of entertainment going on. You can hear the crowd cheering and the announcer using magic to bolster the volume of his voice, calling out the people who have signed up for the tournament in the bracket, saying we have our first round of the tournament of the Banner of the Stag. We have our Elven Ranger by the name of Theron Duskwind, known far and wide across the land for his accuracy and skill with a bow. And we have, and you see an assistant coming up like, what? Just Gareth? Nothing else? We have Gareth, the half-orc something.
The half-orc.
A newcomer here to prove his wit and ability in the Banner of the Stag. Archers, take your place. You may begin at the sound of the bell. As a reminder for our lovely crowd, this is a test of precision. Not only in your ability to hit the target, but in your discernment to hit the correct target. There will be a series of 5 targets, each enchanted to move unpredictably and grow smaller upon subsequent hits, but you are also going to be deceived by 5 illusionary targets. If you hit the wrong ones, you have wasted an arrow. The archer with the most points at the end of the round is our winner.
All right.
Good luck, buddy. I'm gonna give you an
Okay.
order. Don't miss the targets.
All right. Yeah. So, how many arrows did I have originally?
You have 20 for the short bow.
You're not gonna go with the plan?
Okay.
Yeah.
I
I
have.
thought you were gonna
bow.
deny the other. You're gonna deny the other
Oh,
guy
that's
his
right.
opportunity to shoot.
Well, that was because I needed a bow, and I was just going to.
Well, he
Is this
also
the one
needs a
I'm-
bow.
it-
If you take it, he
That's
cannot
true.
partake.
Yeah. So.
I think you should stick to the original plan.
Gareth is going to look to his opponent. How far away am I?
From the
Reaching
other
distance?
opponent?
Yeah.
Uh,
We like next to each other. Like
No,
on a
you're-
range, we'd be like 1 lane apart.
yeah, you're like a lane apart, but maybe like, I don't know, maybe 30 feet apart, because the lanes are pretty wide as the targets move.
Oh, we're 30 feet apart.
Yeah, basically like the like lane that you're shooting at is a 50 by 50 area. So the targets are moving inside of that continuously. They're not just like, it's not like one lane with one target.
Okay. If I look over, do I see him or her, whoever, with like a whole bunch of like? Do I see like where all of his arrows are?
Yeah, they're on a like a hip quiver. So you see all 20 of his in his quiver.
Okay. Yeah, I'm going to go over and attempt to take all the arrows from his quiver.
So yes,
or rather, that I'm going to do this first. Gareth is going to indiscriminately shoot all of his arrows as fast as he can, and then he's going to go over and
Oh my god.
take the arrows out of his opponent's quiver, and then shoot those indiscriminately.
So yes, I'm going to give you the role of announcer and ref here. While I get the mechanics of this.
Oh God.
It's not explicitly outlawed, but I don't really know what they would do.
By the time they realize what's happening, it's too late.
Oh no, we're having an airbud incident.
There's nothing in the rules says a half orc can't take his arrows. All right, so you're gonna rapid fire all of your arrows.
Oh, the opponent's arrows.
Well, that's why. Are you starting
I'm
with
gonna
your arrows and then taking his, or are you taking
Yeah, I'm
his?
rapid firing all my arrows, and I am immediately going to go over and then take all the rest of his arrows.
I'm
And
gonna say that's
rapid
gonna be
fire.
like 24 disadvantage rolls.
That's fine. I don't care.
Yay. Yeah. All right. So first, give me a perception check, because you have 10 targets out there and only 5 of them are real.
19.
Yeah, with a 19, yeah, you 100% kind of remembering the words of the Sohai that you guys met in Mamiro. Seeing the world for what it is and what it isn't. And you immediately clock the 5 targets that aren't real. They're not even a concern to you anymore. Okay. I need 20 attack rolls
Of the short bow at
of the
disadvantage.
short. Are they all at disadvantage because you're rapid firing? 3 moving targets, 2 still targets. Must hit every target and they shrink in size. Hang on.
Sounds like it'd be harder to hit as you go.
I've introduced
It
so
is.
much chaos.
You really fucking have.
You weren't planning for this, were you?
Each target has to be hit 4 times. On the 4th hit, it's removed from play. So you're trying to eliminate all the targets. Each time you hit it, it reduces in size by about a quarter, so it gets harder to hit.
Okay.
The 2 moving targets, I'm going to say you don't, or the 2 non-moving targets, I'm going to say you don't have disadvantage on, even rapid firing, because they're just still. So give me. We'll do this in chunks. Give me 4 short bow rolls at normal.
Bam. Nice.
Okay. Give me, since 1 missed, give me 1 more. Miss. Give me 1 more. That'll hit. Okay, so 1 target's fully removed, and you're down 6 arrows.
Mm-hmm.
CS, how if he's rapid firing, how fast do you think that other guy is going through arrows?
Was he just kind of like staring in awe, like, wait, that's not how you're supposed to do that?
I'm just imagining Gareth as just like Mongolian horse archery. Just like as soon as it's full draw, it's just letting it go.
Yeah, I mean just rapid firing.
And
No,
it's short bow, so he's like, bing, 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 bing.
The other one is definitely taking their time, but not like compound or like Olympic, but like definitely probably like holding it for a second to make sure he's aiming at the right thing.
You think about a ratio of shots while I burn through his ammo real quick. All right. The 1 stationary target's gone. You have 1 more stationary target. Give me another 4 rolls.
I need to hang on.
So many.
It's all or
ones.
nothing here. Like holy shit.
2
right, 2
hits.
more?
Yeah, get 2 hits, 2 miss. Give me 2 more. 3 hits, 3 miss. Give me 1 more. Miss.
There we go.
All right, that's 14, so you have 6 arrows left. All right, now because you're rapid firing and the other ones are moving, the DC goes up. Give me, just roll the remaining. You have 6 arrows left. Roll the remaining 6. Hit. Miss. 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 Hit. 1, 2,
I think that was it.
4, 5, 6. Yep. All right, so you have 6 hit. 3 hit, 3 miss. I assume you're just aiming at one target till it goes. That target is at 25% of its original size. And you are now out of arrows. How many arrows has the other guy gone through, CS?
So I'm gonna say that, he got about 5 shots in, and then, turned to look at his competition, and was also distracted by the announcer going, "Well, folks, we have a unorthodox approach here. It looks like Garuf is just rapid firing these arrows with no real care of where they're landing, but still hitting the targets." And he's just gonna look in stunned belief before trying to quickly resume. And he's probably only eight arrows in by the time Gareth shoots his last one.
Okay, so he has 12
Perfect.
remaining. Assuming perfect accuracy on his part, he'll have removed 2 targets. So Gareth is a little ahead, but with accuracy problems.
Hey, the rule just said get rid of the targets, right? It didn't. We didn't care about misses, right?
I mean, yeah, pretty much. So
Perfect.
let me write out. He is 8 out of 20.
Well, he's about to encounter some more arrows too, so
Yeah.
it ain't over yet.
All right,
Very, very confused.
All right, Gareth, how do you go over there and secure those arrows?
Yeah, so I reach into my quiver, realize I'm out. I look around. There's some arrows right there. I'm gonna just run over and grab them.
No, this is too good.
So you just like walk over, grab them out, and walk back?
No, he said run.
Nope. I'm gonna run over there, grab the arrows, and I don't know. Do I have to be in my location? Because otherwise, I'm just gonna shoot.
Just gonna find...
No.
Yeah, grab him and gimme. Ding, 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 ding.
Yeah, starts taking off his quiver too as he's firing.
You yeah, you walk over and you grab the 11 arrows out of his quiver and shove them in yours real quick. And you see him like, "What are you doing?" And you grab the other arrow out of his hand that he had on the bow.
Nice.
And he, like, you see him go like, it's like, "Wait, what do you think you're doing?" As he goes to like hit you with the bow. I assume you just turn and like give him an angry stare, and he's like, "Okay."
Just gave up. What a bitch.
All right, at disadvantage, rapid fire 12 arrows for me.
Folks, in an unprecedented turn of events, Gareth has taken his opponent's remaining arrows.
Miss. Miss.
We're not sure if this is in line with the rules here, but
Miss. Miss. Hit. Hit.
Hit.
Miss. Hit. Maybe a hit. I'll have to look at it. Is that it?
We're not sure what is going
Yep,
on, but
that's 12 shots. I'm pretty sure, right? 1, 2.
Okay, yeah. 1, 2.
Look at all the pollution I've done in the chat log.
Right, you have 4 hits so far with that last
Oh
one.
my gosh.
So good.
Perfect plan.
Fuck it, we'll call it 5. 5 out of 12 hit. Your accuracy is awful. You actually managed to knock out 4 targets total with 1 left, but he's only knocked out 2 targets because you've taken the rest of his arrows.
Yes.
Yes!
Yes.
The one remaining question is Gareth gonna use his bow as his last remaining throwable?
Yes.
Yeah.
Do it.
I have javelins.
Do it. Use the javelins.
Yes.
Keep going.
Are the javelins against the rules? Because otherwise, if it's not, I'll just start
I didn't
hucking.
hear anything. They didn't say it.
They didn't say it. It's a throwable.
We'll worry about that
no,
later.
I'm gonna say it's not. You were each given an equal amount of arrows, so.
Okay.
So otherwise, it's just who has the most fucking arrows to go in.
Just start fucking shit.
I mean, that doesn't mean you can't toss the javelins. They just won't count.
I still want to see him throw the bow, honestly.
Yeah.
Wait, isn't there a golden thing that they can hit, but it's like super hard to hit?
Yeah.
Say fucking Quidditch.
Oh my god.
All right.
The
Gareth
crowd
just,
is kind of like
goes,
there's this
"Done."
confused murmur through the crowd of like, wait, can he do that?
That's not allowed, right?
Yeah. You kind of
it
like
did
see
just
some
do that.
officials squabbling as they're like reading through a scroll. There's nothing in the rule says you can't take the other guy's arrows. I don't know. Like that's the actual answer. They say it out loud of like I got nothing.
All right.
They announced it like, well, there we have it, folks. Gareth wins. Theron is
Gareth.
removed from the bracket, and Gareth will advance to his next challenger.
Just like the most like lukewarm applause.
Yeah, straight confusion in the crowd.
What just happened?
And Gareth just like raises his bow with his left hand above his head, like, "Yes, let's go."
That's how you get the crowd on you, even if you're the bad guy. So good.
Sorry, I doubted
That's
you,
great.
Gareth.
And that's
Great.
why he is sponsored by the Sanctum.
Sponsored by the Sanctum steals the other guy's arrows.
You know, I don't think at any point anybody quite agreed to that, but you know, sure.
No,
I
they
agree to
didn't.
that. I don't care what management says.
Give me a second while I open up fucking Excel and track a tournament bracket.
Look at me. Look at me. I am the Sanctum now.
The Sanctum kicked me out. That's what they fucking get. A bunch of bureaucratic old douchebags.
Oh my god.
That's why I can't take you guys
I'm not there. And I've been there. I would have been hyped up to shit.
Right? Like usually this stuff is boring.
All right,
I gotta take care of the fucking automaton from Ghost in the Shell.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Thinking more like the giant from James and the Giant.
It's the Iron Giant dog.
That's what I meant, yeah. It's confusing James and the Giant Peach.
Gotta make the fucking bracket, because I kind of forgot about it.
I never thought you were gonna win.
Dude, you're gonna win.
I also just forgot to do it.
You wanted shenanigans, you got shenanigans.
It's alright. This is the palate cleanser for when I absolutely bend you guys over a barrel and have my fucking way with you.
Jeez.
What?
Kara, Nighthawk, you guys know exactly what I'm talking about. You know the other foot's gonna drop, and I'm gonna absolutely fuck you guys up.
Well, Wazzer, welcome back. Here's what you missed. Now you're dead.
No, you know who's gonna get it? Wowzer, because he hasn't been here.
Yeah, Bowser,
No,
you're
no.
at 1
Wowzer
HP.
is
You
the
have
only
no
one
sp-
that's gonna be safe.
Yeah,
He's stuck
he's in
in
a
jail.
dungeon right now.
No, Wowzer's gonna come back and it's like, "Hi, Wowzer. You have 0 hit points. You have no spell slots, and you have 2 death saving throws."
You know what? Let's make this true to real life. He somehow the Sanctum Library and he's studying everything they have.
All right, folks. As you guys wait for a while, and the rest of the tournaments go through, and you kind of get to eye some of the other contest options. There are 6, including the archery contest. You have a jousting match called the Thunderous Charge. You have individual combat, which is blades and brawn. You have a puzzle challenge, which changes just about every time. You have a relay challenge, which is a variety of tests. And you have a mounted hut, which is called the Stag's Pursuit. And you surmise that each challenge, they randomize what it's going to be. So you have no way of knowing until you're matched up. So you guys kind of wait through for a little while. The archery challenge doesn't take very long. Some of the other challenges take a little bit. And you see names eliminated on the bracket. And you see that your next matchup will be against Eldrin the Graceful, who is an elf bard.
Okay.
All right, roll me D6, Gareth, re-rolling if it lands on a 1. A 3. Individual combat. Blades and brawn. A no-holds-barred melee with blunt training weapons, testing endurance and combat prowess. Competitors fight in a fenced arena until one yields or is incapacitated. However, there is a twist.
Ooh, the twist.
Okay.
Mid-fight, mechanical constructs are released into the arena, forcing you to fend off a shared threat while still battling each other. Victory comes by knockdown or forcing an opponent to yield. Surviving the constructs is a secondary challenge.
No problem.
Okay.
You got this. You were born for this.
So yes, find your favorite Bardis stat block, I guess. Well, I set
Bard.
this up. Bard
Bard-ish.
Bard-ish. Oh, make it.
Ooh, new scene.
Yeah, it's just gonna be blank. I'm not making not for something that's basic. Too long? That's way too long. There we go. That's more like it. Yeah, that works.
Yeah.
I'll put this in there, but just, I guess, use that stuff like this. Looks like this is pretty close.
Is that the lusty Argonian maid?
Can be.
The
Renato, your grandfather wrote about that kind of stuff, right?
I would say yes, but I'm not there.
Roll your initiative there, Gareth.
Initiative.
Nishiante.
Alright, so yes, the bard is yours. The arena is just
Oh, boy.
45 by 45. Yeah, 45 by 45. Flat, dirt square. Nothing weird about it.
And as a recap, it's just straight one-on-one, and that's the only stipulations that they talked about.
You gotta beat the other
Besides
guy, and you gotta
random
survive
automatons.
the constructs that they will dump into the arena. That's important.
I mean,
Okay.
just kill them before they do that. You're good.
Yeah.
And I have access to my weapons, or
Your
they
weapons.
give us weapons.
Well, they're being magically blunted, but you do have your weapons.
Okay. How far away are we here? Looks like more than... Okay, yeah. Specifically enough to get in range. Okay.
Meanwhile, let me go search through the constructs to find something fun.
Well, okay, so who's turning the...
It
Oh
would be
god,
the
I rolled a
bard.
21? Wow. Okay.
Yep. Do. I need to add something. Right. Right. Isn't that here? I looked at the wrong thing. All right. Sure, let's work on this enemy. Well, first things first. Let's start with a classic vicious mockery.
Ah, yes. A favorite of bards.
Go ahead and just roll a wisdom saving throw.
Look at you go. You saved.
Succeed or take you forward. Alright. Because that is not a half. Yeah, That's their turn.
Do you need an insult?
What was that?
Or do you need a insult for Gareth?
Nah, that's fine.
You could say
wouldn't get it
Gareth was
anyway.
not phased.
Oh.
Sorry. No, I'm not.
Well, that was a good one. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, that was great.
So, what weapon are you choosing to start with, Faith? Just out of curiosity, like in hand.
Oh, he was probably in my hand. It usually always is.
Okay. All right, Gareth.
Bonus action rage. $18 to hit,
Yeah, that'll hit.
14 to attack. Or damage. 14 damage.
Is he made of wood?
He is not.
He very much is not.
Okay. Bard. At the top of the round, you see something bubbling out of the ground in the very center.
Noted.
Let's see.
Yeah, that'd work. That'd be funny.
Oh.
It's fine. Don't worry about it.
No, it's not. It's never good when you guys are laughing.
Don't think it is.
Don't worry about it.
That's what serial killers say.
Oh, well, I'm trying to fix it.
I don't think you can fix serial killers. I tried.
Hmm. All right. Do that.
That's a big area of effect.
Yes, it is. That is incredibly disappointing.
That was a sound. No, that'll work. It'll work.
All right. So, the bard is going to take out their instrument and start playing a very relaxing lullaby.
Oh no.
Oh, okay, yep.
Gareth is going to fall unconscious.
As you
In the
feel
sense
your
of
eyelids
falling
get
asleep.
heavy, you see him kind of like backing up as you get the snoozes.
So, do I... Is this a savable thing, or...
It's based on hit points.
Oh, it's... Okay, that... Yep. keep forgetting that this is 2024 rules. I've gotten used to
Well,
the new.
Oh no, this has been a
spell,
spell
which
forever.
is-
It's
Yeah.
yeah, it's just.
Is it-
Don't do it. Interference is gonna be disqualified.
I didn't do
Did
anything.
they
So-
say that?
I don't think it's safe from it.
No, although I don't think that'll matter shortly.
It won't.
Because for the context of this duel, Gareth is just snoring very loudly. He is in no way actually incapacitated for the purposes of this duel. As soon as anything hits you, though, that's just gonna wake you up.
Right, top of the round, the bard, as a clay golem materializes out of the center of the dirt.
Can I-
Uh,
Is Mage Hand, is that invisible?
No.
It says spectral. No? Okay, it's like
Yeah,
shimmering.
it is very visible.
Okay.
Otherwise, it
Uh,
would be
the-
busted.
We're just gonna spin, playing a jaunty tune, and vanishes. Gareth, who
Gareth.
is
Sleeping.
very sleepy.
You're not like you. I mean, yeah, it's prone. You're like on the ground, like laying flat on your back, just like snoozing the best sleep of your life. The golem
Until.
only seeing one target comes forward.
That's dirty. That's fucking dirty.
Slams the ground with advantage since you're prone. Getting 20. I think your rage ends, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes,
Yep,
it
ended last
ends
turn.
as you fall. Yeah.
You are gonna take 14 damage as this thing slams the ground and throws up dust, waking you up.
It's the worst wake-up call.
Waking you up as you are slammed by two fists of hardened clay, and dust is thrown into the air throughout the ring. It is the bard's turn. The bard is in a dust cloud.
That he is.
I thought we were already getting. Oh, sorry, guys.
And to the crowd watching, as if out of nowhere, the bard faintly appears, only to thunderclap back into existence, blowing the dust that was risen away from the clay golem strike with a deafening thunderwave.
Okay, and I think it has disadvantage on it being that it's made out of
Stuff.
yeah. Is it Constitution? It critically succeeds. Somehow, no. Why is it green? Okay, either way, it succeeds. So roll the damage.
Damage.
Gareth, now awake and prone, and after being hit in the chest.
Mm-hmm. Alright. I do a disengage action.
Okay.
And 30, I guess. Wait, you said I was prone?
Yeah, you're prone.
Okay, then getting up is half my movement?
Yep.
Yep.
Alright. Okay. Unprone me. And... Am I allowed to switch my short bow or javelin at this point?
Yes.
It's a free action.
Yeah, you basically have to drop your weapon to draw it, but yeah.
Right. And then the penalty for next turn is it's an action or bonus action to re-pick up the weapon I dropped.
No, it's free. You just have to drop the
Free.
weapons in your hand. So, you drop Hugh, you will draw your short bow. If you want Hugh again, you drop the short bow and pick up Hugh.
Okay. But then if I move, like, okay, that's the thing I never understood about drop, like, or at
You
least
are
I'm not as familiar with it
physically
yet. It's on the
dropping
ground.
it.
It's on the ground.
Yeah.
So if I move, it's still there.
Yes.
Correct.
Okay. So then the question is, if I want to then move and take it with me, then it's a what to pick it up and move.
Well, again, it's if you're just picking it up, that's a free action, but you have to drop what's in your hand if you want to use a two-handed weapon. Does that make sense? Yeah.
Okay, got it. All right, so yeah, we're just.
But
gonna
if it's a
do
one-handed
that one.
weapon, you can hold the other one in the other hand. Just, throwing out the javelin, or throwing the javelin at the bard. That does hit. Nice. As you
That's good, but
skewer
whatever.
him with a javelin. Is he still concentrating on anything? I don't think so.
No, because his other effect ended. I think it just didn't fall off.
Yeah. Okay. Anything else, Gareth?
Except for the fact I'm not prone anymore. Nope.
Are you raging? Are you angry?
No, I'm out of rage.
Oh, really? Oh, yeah, you didn't get a long rest in, did you? Right,
Yeah,
the
that's
golem.
why I was surprised. Like, I thought it was nighttime and now we were gonna do long rest, but it's like, no, it's the same day. I'm like, oh, okay.
Ah, yes, I made this harder, didn't I? The golem, having been thunderclapped by a fucking bard, is going to turn and stagger its way over.
I'm disappointed you didn't take the easy joke there.
What was it?
Got clapped.
Clap back.
Yeah. He's actually going to slam twice against the bard. Missing both times as the bard is just too nimble for it. Bard.
Bard has big problem. Bard is going to use this ability that I just noticed they had. More templates. This is called Cacophony. Each creature in a 15-foot cube originating from the Bard has to make a Constitution saving throw. On a failed save, they take thunder damage and are pushed 10 feet away.
It succeeded.
Takes half as much.
Damage.
DM on DM action.
Not much at all.
Gareth. Alright, already played it. Sorry. I got it.
That's fine.
All right.
The crowd is
Taking
enjoying every
Hugh-
minute of this.
I'm taking Hugh with me and moving over here. And from a distance, I'm going to make another attack with the javelin. That's the same roll as last time,
Yep,
so
that
I'm
does
just going to
hit.
go straight to damage.
Yep. Bard now has 2 javelins sticking out of him. And a golem who is a little annoyed.
Very
The
annoying.
golem is going to attempt to actually grab the bard. Give me a dexterity or strength check. please.
No.
Yeah, that's not great. The bard is now grappled.
Uh-oh.
Um,
Grappled by a clay golem.
the bard grappled by the golem.
Use an action to break free using dexterity. Check? Question mark?
Yes. Let's just not. Still grappled.
That is their action, unfortunately.
Gareth. For the purposes of
Uh.
hitting the bard, which is I'm sure what you want to do, they have 3/4 cover, so their AC will be a little higher. Because they are grappled.
Regardless of range of...
Yeah, it's because they're being
Or-
grappled, so like you're having to like go through the hand of the golem to get him.
Okay. Yeah, that's probably not going to hit.
That is a miss as you send it wide and it lands next to Talias's head.
Ah!
Oh, careful!
All right,
Crowd participation.
the golem is going to throw the bard at Gareth.
Yes! Yes!
Talias is just cheering.
I don't know how to
I'm
calculate
assuming I
that.
save.
Yeah, give me a dexterity
How
saving
does that
throw.
work?
Okay, just so I got that, so it's with advantage. That's a
Ooh.
shitty advantage roll.
Oh no.
7 and 1, Jesus.
What you think? CS 1d4 for every 5 foot he moved.
Yeah.
That sounds fair. So 3d4.
Does the bard take damage too?
Yeah, it's both of them. 34, and we'll add a minimum of plus 3. Oop, backwards. So each is going to take 10. I got you, Garrett. As you both collide with each other and are both prone. The golem isn't moving.
Uh-oh.
Bard.
He is going to. He's going to panic Thunderwave centered on himself.
Jesus.
Love it.
Constitution save,
throw. Yep.
including himself.
Including himself.
Yikes.
Yikes.
The golem fails. We got it.
Oh god.
Everyone fails.
This is 9 damage to everyone.
Yep. The bard knocks himself unconscious doing it.
I think Gareth is still up, right?
Gareth is
Yep.
still up.
I'm up.
He's gonna take what was it, 9?
Still up.
Still up. Health is health, baby.
Yeah. Technically, he
Uh,
wins, right?
The secondary challenge is surviving.
Oh yeah, that's right.
He wins. It's a matter of whether or not he's coming out of this unconscious or not.
Run!
Garrett.
Yep, so how high up do I have to climb here?
Define climb, like to get out of the arena.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a, it's like a chest high-ish fence.
Oh, that's it?
Yeah, it's not a big fence.
Oh, okay, well then I get up, I disengage, and I do that.
Yes.
As you get out of the arena, the clay golem just crumbles back into the dust. And the crowd
Awesome.
loses its fucking mind.
I mean, that bard throat's awesome.
Against all odds.
Damn, Gareth.
All right,
Fire!
the announcer. That is our last tournament matchup for today. Join us again tomorrow for the remaining 4 matches to see who will take home the title of winner of the Banner of the Stag.
Oh man, if you win that banner, you gotta like wear it as a bandana.
Talking about it's gonna be his new cape.
Yeah.
Alright, Gareth. Everyone gets a long rest in. Cinderwing, Renato, what have you all been doing with Orin in the Silent Cloister all day?
I've been listening to the ramblings of Orin and entering the back.
Oh my god.
Orin has been mostly silent. In fact, it wasn't for the fact that you know she's alive. You would think she's just a statue, part of the cloister itself. Cinderwing?
So what do you think Oren is?
Definitely a horse.
Definitely 100%.
Honestly, I don't know. She's Orin's. I don't even think this is in the realms of the Sanctum has knowledge of. I highly doubt. I don't think there's any stories or history, legends, myths, rumors, anything about this. Is there?
Did you see the murals in the portal room?
I did,
I
but
recognize the elf, but I'm not sure from where.
some of the murals that we saw were depictions of the Nine, but didn't really make sense.
Hmm. I'm not sure where to take her.
Just needs to be safe. Hidden. Away from eyes that could exploit her. It's bad enough they have the situation with the rifle.
Truth be told, I believe Oren is likely very capable of taking care of herself. But
Still, I would still like to have at least a little bit
still,
of peace,
why?
knowing that has somebody that we trust. Would still have somebody protecting her. Him
I at
or
the very least know where she is,
Mhm.
if nothing else.
Still, what Oren said did kind of intrigue me, though. Sounded like soul is binded to the body? That doesn't sound right, does it?
What did
As
you say?
you're musing about that, she kind of from behind you, startling you both as you're not even fully aware she was standing there. The river flows,
Sneaky.
the tide returns. Why should a soul be any different?
Let's see. Thinking about it as I'm circling Orin. Due to
Are
the
you
nature
talking
of.
about the soul returning from the dead?
Not so much about that. That could be explained, usually through magic. There have been cases of resurrection and things of that nature. Souls are
Also,
born, obviously.
I'll jump in there. There is a difference between resurrecting someone who recently died and resurrecting someone who has been dead for a long time. That's why all of the resurrection spells have a very specific time.
Time frame, yeah. But transference of soul to something similar in Orin's case, I don't think I've read that anywhere in all my years of studying. Have I?
Definitely not.
Okay, that definitely no. This is. I don't want it. It doesn't sound necromantic in nature. The structure of the frame here, it doesn't seem like it. The Sylvan wood has grown naturally. It's not shapen that way. None of it seems corrupt. The metal, it's not tainted. Yeah, it's cold to the touch, but everything about this is made to last, and it's got properties that even I don't know about. I mean, Jesus Christ, Orin's so quiet, it's quieter than a house cat.
It's a little bit beyond that. Like Cinderwing can move pretty quietly. That's enough. A lot of elves could move through the woods without really being observed. This is leaving, or like moving without leaving a trace. She moves so silently, it's not that you can't hear it. There is no sound. There is no mark on the
It's like a shadow.
even when you were walking through town, I mean, obviously the Wyndon thing moves the clothes that she wears, but it is like being a statue. Despite her moving and walking and being around you, she does not react with nature around her outside of deliberate action. And nature does not interact with her.
Is it like she's not
Feathers.
there,
You
but
still got-
there?
Feathers, you still got any ability to detect magic?
Aye.
Can you do me a favor and detect magic? See
Oh,
if you can see.
ritual cast detect magic.
Okay. What do you have Cinderwing look for explicitly?
Just see if Orin is in front of us. In fact,
You detect it. It's there.
Strong.
It's
faint. Does it look out of the ordinary compared to like our magical items? Is it like? Does it just look strange?
It is strange. It is like looking at a lattice work of many lines woven into a tangled web of runes and markings. It is not one spell before you, but many. It is
So it's
not
not
an
like-
entity of singular magical purpose. It is something far more complex.
So
It'd be
it's-
like taking an X-ray of a book and seeing all of the words written in ink inside that book all at once and trying to read it that way without unfolding or looking at anything. I think I got this timed somehow. The general ambiance going to the piano for this. It's very, very perfect.
Very fitting. Suppose this makes a lot more sense now.
The wave, the magic about her is infinitely complex. Not like our magical items or a simple enchantment. It's
Complex.
like a lattice work of infinitely many.
You hear Orin say a single word again. That haunting echo of both a man and a woman speaking at the same time. Eternity.
What does that word mean to you, Oren?
Eternity is the space between the last word spoken and the silence that follows. To step into eternity is to step out of it. It
What'd
is
you
a
say?
river that carries
never
all
mind.
things, and I have not yet learned to drown.
Oren, can you do me a favor and sit with me, please? As I sit down on the floor.
You see her gracefully take the cross-legged sitting stance that you are, but she does it with a effortless grace. Perfectly balanced. No need.
As all things should be.
No bulging of muscle or change in her stance. She sits just like it was animated with no weight.
The magical surrounding you is extremely complex compared to the simple things that we carry. With your permission, I simply would just like to observe it a little bit more closely, if you allow me.
You
And I'll
again
extend.
feel the pause and the sight of Oren boring into you. She does not answer immediately. She says the bindings are seamless, no seams to pick apart, no gaps to slip. Perfect trap. I am a
No gaps to what?
story
You
written in
keep cutting
magic.
out a little bit.
Sorry, what?
No gaps to what from? You keep cutting out.
No gaps to slip through. A perfect trap.
What do you mean by that?
I am
Trap?
a story written in magic, but the last page is missing.
And I'll extend my hands out and say, will you allow me to read some of the story?
The hand she gives you her hands, fingers kind of splayed, palms up. But she says the hands that carved me were careful, but they did not know what they were truly making.
It's okay. Let's see if I can figure out what's going on. And I'll meditate just like I did at the stones and meditate and try to figure out what the hell is going on inside Orin that is basically what's making Orin. At least take a look at the complexities of this lattice web weave that's inside of her.
As you put your hands into hers and you try to focus on the magic and almost meditate on it, you are gifted this image in your conscious mind, and it gives way to it. You're an observer of a memory, but there's narration to it. It's Oren's voice. There's nothing outside of the memory while she is narrating it, and you do not see Oren. There was a garden once, or perhaps it was a forest, and as she's speaking, the image changes based on her description as she's trying to guide you through this memory. My hands, were they hands? Brushed against the bark of something ancient. I remember the scent of rain on leaves, the hush of wind through branches. Someone was calling my name, but the voice was distant, muffled, as if spoken through water. And you hear it, the sound of a voice, as if being spoken to you from above the water while you're submerged in it. I turned to answer, but my feet, did I have feet? Were rooted in the earth, and then the world folded inward, and you see all of this memory of the forest, of grass, of this figure calling your name, but it's muffled and you can't hear it. All of this folding in and giving way to darkness. And I was something else, something hollow, something waiting. And the voice did not call again. And you realize that you have not moved. You're sitting with your hands in Oren's hands on the cold stone floor of the cloister.
Was this your last known memory?
No.
Is it just you, or are there others that inhabit your form?
There are no others.
Let me phrase that question. Is it only your soul, as I point to Oren, or are there other souls in there with you? Is what I meant to say.
You see her sitting without moving for a few moments, maybe 30 seconds or so. She begins to kind of shudder, and you feel a sudden heat on your hands. As you pull them away, you're going to take 1d4. 3 points of fire damage.
Woo!
And you see her kind of, whole body shudder violently, and then still. Shadows at the edge of my mind. A voice calling. Familiar, but distant. I reach for it, but my hands are not the way I remember. And you see her flex just this unnatural, you know, if you splay your hands out in front of you, thumbs facing outward, index finger to middle finger to ring finger to pinky finger, and then back out, just in this unnatural, precise way.
It's okay. It'll probably take some time to understand what's going on, but
you see her again, her hands clench into fists as she suddenly stands, taking that dancer's pose that she likes to be idle in, with a quickness and a grace that is unnerving. I am myself, but I am not. I move, I think, I remember, but whose memories are these? They fit like a borrowed cloak, familiar in shape, foreign in weight. I reach for them and they slip through my fingers. And as she says this, she's, removing the cloak that you guys have put over her. And standing there in her form, uncovered, uncloaked. Do I have fingers? She looks again at her hands. I am alone, but I am not. There is an echo inside me, a whisper that does not belong to my voice. And it's, again, as she's speaking, the two voices as one, male and female. I feel the weight of something that is not me, but it moves when I move. It lingers when I pause. Am I one? Am I many? Or am I only the remnants of something that could have been whole? If I listen too closely, I hear thoughts that are not mine. If I silence myself, I wonder if I was ever speaking at all.
what is it you want to be?
I am uncertain. Tell me, as she gets unnervingly close to you, Cinderwing, like an inch, like her face an inch from your face. Do you dream?
I dream often, yes.
And as she comes even closer, almost to the point of touching you. And how do you know when you are awake?
Because in my dreams, she is still there.
And perhaps living is a nightmare. As she retreats from you and again takes the dancer's pose.
In many ways, yes.
And in many ways, no.
Today, I fight so that no one else's life needs to be a nightmare.
Orin is silent, maintaining the dancer's pose, standing still. And though her head is not moving, her body is not moving, she is maintaining that unnatural stillness. You know that as you move, her sight follows you.
We've all fought for different things. Cinder Wing fought for what she believes in. I, myself, fight for what I believe. I fight so those that are sick or unable to continue or able to fight another day. Let me tell you a
You
story.
believe you're in a dream, Oren.
I do not wither. I do not burn with fever or shudder from weakness. My limbs do not tire, my breath does not shorten, my heart does not wane. But sickness is not only in the body, is it? It is forgetting what it means to be fragile, to be healed, cared for. I will never know the relief of recovery, the warmth of a hand on my brow, or the quiet gratitude of waking from illness. I do not suffer, but I do not mend. I am whole, but I am not well. Perhaps sickness is proof that something was alive to begin with. And we're actually going to end the session there for today.
Psycho.